Come here. Big donor.
We got us one with this one, Kev.
What up, what up, what up? It's your girl, the Stephanie Monique, coming to you with another YouTube video. So, check this out. I'm doing a lot of rebranding, right? So for those of you that do actually follow me on both Instagram and YouTube, you know there's been like a lot of changes going on with my Instagram, whatever. And originally when I created my YouTube, it was kind of separate from my Instagram. It was like two totally different things, even though I'm the exact same person. Nevertheless, I'm just kind of working on bringing everything together. So first off, I call everybody on my Instagram my cousins because I feel like everybody's family in some weird, long, extended type of way. So from now on, if you sub to me, you my cousin, okay? And I feel like my cousins need to be better informed. So from now on, I will be doing a segment called What Had Happened This Week. Basically just a current event for my cousins. It'll be everything from sports, news, politics, entertainment, all the good stuff. Real quick, I won't waste a lot of your time, but I will get you the news. So here we go. Let's get into it. So first up, let's get into Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion. So we've all kind of heard a little background on this. Tory shot Meg in the foot. Actually in the feet, in both feet. No one's really given us, full information. Meg did come on live.
I was shot in both of my feet and I had to get surgery to get the shit taken out, get the bullets taken out. And it was super scary. Oh Lord, I didn't think I was gonna cry. But yeah, I had to get surgery. It was super scary. It was like just the worst experience of my life. And it's not funny. There's nothing to joke about.
And basically, I just felt really sad because in my head, Meg Thee Stallion's like my best friend, so I'm really sad that she's even going through this. Fans are also very upset. They have started a petition to remove Mr. Peterson from the United States and deport him back to Canada. Hopefully she is healing. We are wishing her nothing but love and light. So in other news, let's get into Leslie Jones announcing the Emmys the other day.
Outstanding comedy series are Curb Your Enthusiasm, Dead to Me. I love that show. The Good Life! Insecure! Insecure! The Kaminsky Method. Did I say that right? Did I say that right?
When I tell you I need Leslie Jones at my graduation, standing at the end of the ramp, rooting me on like she rooted on all of these black actresses and actors and shows that are nominated for Emmys. This is the highest percentage of black actors and actresses that have ever been nominated for Emmys. The percentage is like 34.3% of those that were nominated are blackity black. So just to name a few: Angela Bassett, Kerry Washington, Issa Rae, Yvonne Orji, Tracy Ellis Ross, Regina King, Octavia Spencer, Mahershala Ali, Sterling K. Brown, Eddie Murphy, Anthony Anderson, Don Cheadle, Trevor Noah, Laverne Cox, Jeremy Pope, Felicia Rashad, Cicely Tyson, Thandie Newton, Ron Cephas Jones, Samira Wiley, Jeffrey Wright, Juan Carlo Esposito, Zendaya, Billy Porter, Wanda Sykes, Maya Rudolph, Andre Bauer, Dime Davis, Stan Lathan, Nicole Byer, RuPaul himself, and so many others. Kudos to all of them. It's so awesome. A couple of special shout outs. Well, the three beautiful black women that were nominated for the lead actress in a limited series: Octavia Spencer for Self-Made, Regina King for Watchmen, and Kerry Washington for Little Fires Everywhere. Also shouts out to Issa Rae and Insecure in general. So Issa Rae was nominated for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series, but let me listen to what Insecure was nominated for. Best Comedy Series, Best Actress in a Comedy Series, Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series, Best Casting for a Comedy Series, Outstanding Cinematography for a Single Camera Series, Outstanding Single Camera Editing for a Comedy Series, and Outstanding Music Supervision. Shouts out to you, Issa. Keep being great, girl. And shouts out to Zendaya for getting her first Emmy nomination ever for Euphoria. She was nominated for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series. To all of my black nominees for the Emmys, I am hoping for trophies and awards. And what do you get for an Emmy? You get a trophy? I think you get a trophy. We better be bringing back trophies. I hope it's trophies. I really gotta look that up. Whatever they're giving out, we taking it home. Point blank period. In other good news, Sierra and Russell welcomed their beautiful baby boy, Wynn Harrison Wilson, into the world on last Friday. We got a nice little video of Sierra singing to her baby, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Wynn. Happy birthday to you. Woo! I didn't have any.
I don't want to hear Karen, Kim, Susan, I don't want to hear any of you talk to me about not being able to wear a mask because you can't breathe, because Miss Sierra just proved to us that it can be done, and not only can you breathe, but you can bring forth child. So there's that, and congrats to the beautiful couple. Speaking of babies, Nicki Minaj released that she is pregnant. So there was already speculations that she was pregnant in the video with 6ix9ine for Trolls. A lot of people were on Twitter kind of going back and forth about that whole thing. And then she went ahead and released that she is pregnant. Surprisingly enough, 6ix9ine knew, but did not spill the beans. So I guess there's a first time for everything. Sorry, too soon? Yikes, yikes, yikes. Speaking of 6ix9ine and people that don't like 6ix9ine, Meek Mill's actually announced his breakup with Milano. I don't know if we fully knew they were in a relationship. Now, obviously, we know the couple welcomed a child back in May. They were a couple at that point, so we didn't really get too much of an announcement, but Meek Mill felt the need to announce that they were no longer together. He actually explained that his reason was he didn't want anybody to think he was moving funny on the gram. Wouldn't want any of you guys to think I was in a relationship, but heaven forbid if you thought I was in one and I'm not. Speaking of exes, Amazon's Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, Miss Mackenzie Scott, actually just donated $160 million to HBCUs. So she donated money to some other efforts as well, but specifically Hampton University, Howard University, Morehouse College, Spelman College, Tuskegee University, and Xavier University of Louisiana. That's amazing. And Miss Mackenzie, listen, you baby girl, you are invited to the cookout. Okay? Speaking of HBCUs, the 2020 top best HBCU rankings were released. So in order to be included in that, you do have to be an undergraduate baccalaureate granting institution that enrolls primarily first-time students, and obviously have to be considered an HBCU by the U.S. Department of Education. So the top 10 for 2020 are none other than Spelman, Howard, Xavier, Hampton, Morehouse, North Carolina A&T, the Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, October 3rd, 1887. What? Sorry. Tuskegee, Claflin, and Fisk. So shouts out to all of the HBCUs that were ranked. Shout out to those top 10, and an even more special shout out to my Rattlers. Since we're talking HBCUs, we might as well also include what Uncle Wade decided to drop us this last week. So Dwayne Wade made this comment on SportsCenter.
I love this move that this young man has made, but this is my dilemma with this move. HBCUs do not, if the bigger programs don't schedule Howard on their schedule, we will not get a chance to see this young man, right? If TV execs don't put their games on TV, we would not get a chance to see this man. Howard University plays in an arena that seats less than 3,000 people, right? You go to these other arenas, Kentucky, all these big schools, they seat 10, 20,000 people. So, like, I love the move he made, and I hope other black athletes choose to do HBCU, but the college basketball and everyone else had to do their job to make sure that the HBCUs are pulled up from the dirt, because that's where they are right now.
So the kid that Dwayne Wade is talking about is none other than Makur Maker, who is the number 16 prospect, or was the number 16 prospect in the ESPN 100 top 100 list for basketball. He has committed to attend Howard University. Listen, I feel like I know what he was trying to say. You know, there is a lot of funding and resources that do need to be pipelined to our HBCUs. We do need a lot of assistance, especially for our athletic programs. However, don't you ever, again, fix your mouth to say that any of our HBCUs are in any type of proverbial dirt, nor do we need anyone to pull us out of said dirt. Okay? Like, being completely real with it. His reasoning was that, you know, if Howard doesn't play at top PWI, then he's never gonna be seen. And I don't really see ESPN losing sight of the number 16 player, okay? I don't think LaMelo Ball played against any top PWI in Australia. And what do we see all over ESPN? Him. Let's go back in time. Let's talk Steph Curry. He went to Davidson. I think their gym's like 5,000. It's 5,000 and something. I tweeted about it. He went to Davidson, okay? Their gym alone is smaller than Florida A&M University's gym. But he was found. And people will say, oh, well, you know, look at who his dad was. Right. He mattered, and so they found him regardless of how small the area was. That's the same concept. Makur Maker matters. He's the top 16. They're going to find him. If they could find Scottie Pippen in Central Arkansas, they can find this kid in the nation's capital. I promise. And so, Wade, I know you tend to always like to weigh in on things, you know, and we appreciate it. However, we're gonna pass on this one. Keeping in line with the whole black athlete excellence, let's talk about Patrick Mahomes, who has never ceased to amaze us since he set foot on the field. He's been breaking records and things of that nature. This one's a little different and not on the football field, but he has become one of the youngest athlete owners. He is now part owner of the Kansas City Royals, so kudos to him and nothing but greatness. And since we're on the topic of baseball, MLB actually opened up. The Yankees played the Nationals and the LA Dodgers played the New York Giants. So let's talk about it. Before the game, they all knelt, right? Not during the national anthem, but right before the national anthem. They knelt while Morgan Freeman, in God fashion, gave us a compelling, riveting speech on the black injustice and inequalities that are faced, you know, by black people on a daily basis. They also held this strange scarf thing. I'm still trying to figure out what that was supposed to be, but
it's our right. Today
we'll take it. So, you know, they knelt through his speech and everything, and then once he finished, they stood, all except for Mookie Betts, $350 million Mookie Betts. So Mookie did remain kneeling. Bellinger did, you know, kind of touch and agree with him, so to speak. He put his hand on his shoulder, I think more so kind of to say, you know, I'm here with you in solidarity. I think I might have respected it more if he would have knelt with him, but I guess we'll take it, right? It's like, it's baby steps for the MLB. But it may be no steps in all honesty, because shortly after that, the Marlins canceled their season opener because of all of the positive COVID-19 tests from their athletes as well as their coaches. So once again, COVID-19 has reared its ugly head. And since we're on the topic of COVID-19, let's talk about it. So any individuals that were receiving that unemployment stipend of $600, that actually ends this week. And the Republicans have decided that it's better to cancel the $600 for unemployment and throw you a bone, another $1,200 check in August. The $1 trillion GOP bill that they created includes the halt of the $600 payments, a $1,200 check to be sent out to individuals in August, as well as $105 billion to reopen schools, and $16 billion for testing. Then again, are we even surprised? Because that's just kind of how it's been with this whole president that we have that's been presidenting. And that brings us to our next segment. Do better, Donnie.
No way, there's no way I can make it down that ramp without falling on my ass. There's no way, there's no way. General, somebody grab me so fast. I don't want that. And this was a steel ramp, really, really steep. No handrail, it was like an ice skating rink. I said, there's no way, there's no way I can make it down that ramp without falling.
In a press conference yesterday, our friend Donnie was obviously asked about the endorsement that he gave to a COVID-19 doctor by the name of Dr. Stella Emmanuel, who has basically said she has the cure for COVID.
Hello, I'm Dr. Stella Emmanuel, and of course, as you guys know, I'm the COVID doctor. I've treated over 350 COVID patients, and they are all well.
She says she's cured about 350 people using hydroxychloroquine. This drug was something that was kind of brought up a little bit earlier. It is an anti-malarial, and there are some heavy side effects to it, including some heart rhythm problems. So the FDA kind of cautioned about using those because they're just kind of in a trial period. This same doctor also is given speeches on anti-celestial impregnation.
With spiritual pregnancies. We have seen a lot of them. They call them fibroids. They call them endometriosis. They even sometimes actually like a pregnancy. It's called a molar pregnancy. You are pregnant with this thing that looks like grapes. It comes out in the pathology that it looks like a big bunch of fluffy looking grapes. These things are evil deposit of the spirit husband.
It sounds just about like something that old Donnie would stand behind and endorse. All we're asking is for November to get here as soon as possible. But until then, we're just asking that you do better, Donnie.
Inch by inch, I took me little steps, but I was 10 feet short. I ran down the left, I ran. I looked very handsome, I ran.
On a lighter note, let's talk Fenty Skin. So Rihanna never ceases to amaze me. And she's been working for 2 years on this skin line. So she finally did like an early release. The sites literally crashed like so fast. People sold out on most of her items. I'm pretty sure there's nothing left. But I got my stuff. Baby, I'm gonna be shining. Kudos to Rihanna. Speaking of black businesses, Telfar. So let me tell you, I did not know about Telfar. Telfar is basically a purse company that was created by Telfar Clemens. He has affordable purses. They range from $150 to about $260 But what he's been running into is every time he puts the purses online, he has to kind of like weed out bots and stuff because people are like purchasing the purses from his site and then marking them up for them to cost like all this extra money in order to get one. So he did another release recently last Thursday, and the entire site, you know, was kind of like kicked down. So they like put the store on ice to try to get all the bots and stuff like back out of it. But Telfar Clemens did mention that, you know, he does realize that even, you know, without the bots, they're going to sell out all the time. So it's not that he's trying to just keep it from doing that. It's just he wants to make sure that people that want the purses because they want the purses are purchasing them versus just bots grabbing them to like mark them up in price. So shouts out to him, an amazing, you know, Black business owner. And keeping with the topic of Black business owners, I do want to do a shout out at the end of my segments for a Black business that I have come across. And this first shout out goes to My Little Black Book. It is basically like a Black Pinterest. It was created by a young lady, Day Chanel, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, in her NYC apartment. And the concept of it is basically just the ability to highlight and discover Black-owned businesses. And it also allows you to kind of curate your own like My Little Black Book. So the same way Pinterest gives you the option to kind of pull from, you know, different creators and create like a storyboard, it's the same concept. So it's basic, like I said, it's basically a Black Pinterest where you don't have to search Black in order to see people that look like you. So that's pretty awesome, and kudos to Day, and make sure you go and follow her. I will include all of the information in the link below. I will make sure I include including the song that played at the beginning of this. That was my brother Kale's music. He's an up and coming artist. I will include the link to his YouTube. Make sure that you go follow, listen to that as well. Well, that was the first episode of What Had Happened This Week. I hope you guys tune in every Wednesday. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your cousins. And I'll see you guys next week. Oh, and last but not least, it's been 4 months since Breonna Taylor was killed in her bed, in her sleep. Only one officer has been fired. The other 3 are still on duty 4 months later. This is getting ridiculous. Justice for Breonna Taylor.
Check this.